There's a 7-year-old boy and his sister who was 3, and they were removed from a drug bust. So imagine just sitting in your home, all of a sudden the door is beaten down, there's police coming in, you're taken and you're put into a car and you're brought to a strange place. You don't know one person. Any sense of normalcy, even if it's dysfunctional, is taken away from you. And this little boy, who will have my heart forever, came into the Starfish Children's Shelter with 4 different things. The clothes on his back, his very favorite blanket, a bandana that his dog used to wear, who recently died while laying on his favorite blanket, and his favorite stuffed animal. He was scared to death to be with us, and we had this really wonderful therapy dog named Coda. It was a black lab, and she just has this natural ability to sense feelings and emotions, particularly in children. This child bonded so much to Coda, and then he opened up to Coda and told her what had happened in his house. This dog listens without judgment and loves him no matter what. And he said, you know, I'm really nervous to go to school on Monday. My friends are going to say, where were you at? And he's like, I don't want to tell them that the police came to my house and my parents are in jail and I'm staying in this strange place. He was just so nervous. This little guy said, I can go to school on Monday if I know that Coda's going to be waiting for me. He went to school that day, and we had purchased him a brand new pair of shoes because when he came in, he didn't even have a pair of shoes on his feet. And he got back from school, and it just so happened that there was a foster family waiting to pick him up. But he came running in the doors and he's like, where's Coda, where's Coda? And I said, the foster parents were coming and I couldn't get Coda there in time. And he's grabbing the few belongings that he has now. So he's gathering up his items and he's heading out the door. And then he turned to me and he said, wait, I have something to give you. Can you promise me you'll give this to Coda? I said, absolutely. This little guy goes back into the bedroom and he brings out the shoebox from the new pair of shoes that he got. He writes on it, to Coda, the best puppy in the world. And I open up this box, and inside is the bandana of his dog that passed away and his favorite stuffed animal. So this little guy gave literally everything that he had, minus the clothes that were on his back, as a way to say thank you to the family place in Dakota for the special care. And I'll tell you, it's hard when they go because we don't often know what happens to them. But he wrote this note that says, Dear Coda, I hope you like the stuffed animal and bandana that I gave you. And since I know dogs like to munch on stuffed animals, it's more like a snack. Thank you for coming over, and hopefully we can teach you more tricks. And he didn't know if he was ever going to see his parents again. He didn't know if he was going to see his stuff again. But what he did know is that he was cared for, he was loved, he was welcomed, and he was so grateful that he gave basically everything that he owns. And I think in my own life, how often am I willing to give it all? This is how he could show his appreciation. And I'll tell you, those little arms that he placed around me. Sorry. I'll tell you what, this job of running the shelter is so hard. This is not about the money. This is about saving children's lives and making a difference and being that one. If they have one person who's in their corner, they can build resilience. I've been there for 24 years. My passion has never wavered, but this is heavy work. But to have those little arms wrapped around me from this little guy who said thank you, that's all I need to refill my bucket to go out there and give my all. Because every child deserves to have a happy childhood where they can be safe and carefree And when parents have hard things and their decisions affect their kids, then let us come and teach and train so these families can be reunited and safe and functional again.